like episode something. Episode something. But y'all already know what it is.
You said west side, north side, east side, south side. What up?
All of y'all, all sides, in between sides. Yeah.
Suburbs, what up?
It's the Face Value Podcast. You already know what it is. Today we have a special guest. Please introduce yourself, please. This is definitely a get to know you episode. Please go ahead.
This is A. Dilla the Genius.
Period.
A. Dilla in the building with face value.
Hell yeah.
Azrael.
Azra.
A myriad of nicknames.
I feel that. If any nigga feel you, I'll feel you for real. Yes. I love making new aliases for real.
Yes.
But yeah, a very talented artist, yo. We got to know you. We got to first meet you and talk to you at the Levi's event we did back in the summer with Roy Kenzie for real. You shot a dope recap video. I was like, damn, who is this?
Yes, the recap video was
I talked to you
great.
outside. I was like, oh yeah, that shit going crazy for real. I like that shit. Then I dove deeper and I saw you do hella shit for real. I was like, I can't even you videographer, doing the shows and shit. Everything. Like what all do you do?
Ooh, I mean that's a lot. That's a deep question, but I'm a
Disciplined.
Yeah,
a
period.
multidisciplinary visual artist. So mainly it's concentrated in photography. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I dabble in everything. So anything with the visuals, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, from the photography to the videography, to actually, you know, getting my hands in on, you know, collage work as well. I do some creative writing as well. Wow. Man, zines. Zines. I've done books. So, you know, a lot of archival work, a lot of, you know, documentary work and stuff like that. So a little bit of everything, man.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what's up, yo. Like, cause like, when you an artist for real, like everything you do be art type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't even just pick one thing and be successful these days. You got to do hella shit for real.
Oh, yeah, man. So,
how did you? So you started with the photography?
No, actually.
Yeah, how did you start? What's your origin story? Yeah, let's start there. What's your origin story?
Actually, let's rewind a little bit.
Yeah, I'm jumping ahead.
Yeah, for real. No, it's okay because good energy. I love it. Are you from Chicago?
No.
Okay, where are you from?
I'm actually native to San Diego, so I'm a San Diegan.
Wow. Okay.
Pray for California.
Pray for California.
Yes, absolutely. Prayers up for LA right now, dealing with those wildfires. You know, let's send some rain
for
here
real
soon for you guys.
Period.
But yeah, man, I'm from California, born in San Diego, partially grew up there and between the DMV, so DC, Maryland, Virginia as well. Shout out to the DMV as well. It's my second home. You know, so pretty much the art started at a young age. I've been doing it forever since I was a kid. Went to a performing arts school. Started out as a musician, classically trained as an oboist.
Oboe?
Wow. I did not see that coming.
I wanted to play I played saxophone in band, and like oboe was like my second choice. But I wrote a rhyme, my third choice, yo. I wrote a rhyme last week and I got to fit it in there, and I was like, I'm blowing no smoke like bassoons.
Yes, the bassoon.
The double reed joint.
Man, the bassoon is way cooler.
Nerds. No, just kidding.
Yes,
that's
band,
awesome.
So total band geek. Music has always been a first over the photography or anything else. So that's initially how it started. And all of that over the years from the music kind of transitioned over to me working and creating and collaborating with other people in music and other musicians as well. So, yeah, and that's been in the process for about like 16 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, you know, I've been doing my thing as far as like documenting other music artists on the progressive and experimental and indie scene for a long time. So, there's some folks that they know about me, and then there's some folks they don't. They're kind of like, well, where the hell did you come from?
Yeah.
So, but no, I've been around. I've been out here doing this for a good minute.
That's awesome. How did you get to Chicago? You don't have to go too deep into like personal things, but like if there's a nice light, how did you get here from where you were?
Long story short is that, like many Californians, I just couldn't afford to be.
That's
I couldn't
real.
afford to be there any longer. So I had to make a quick move, and it was either between going back to Atlanta, which I've lived in Atlanta before.
Oh, shit.
Or taking a chance on Chicago. And I had a longtime friend that had been trying to get me out to Chicago for years. They were like, yo, you need to get out here. The art scene in Chicago, I'm telling you, is for you. It's for you. You need to get out here. I finally took that leap. And, ever since I just kind of hit the pavement, just running.
Oh, yeah.
So
I love
Chicago. Chicago is definitely a beast when it comes to the art scene out here.
Mm-hmm. That's real. I feel that.
Hell yeah, yo, that's what's up. When we first met you, it was at that Levi's John, and like me and Jamal had played. Also, by the way, I gotta get the plug out. Me and Jamal just dropped the show. We doing our EP release show. For our EP is gonna be called Elephant in the Room and Other Negro Spirituals. It's the second of that series. So it's going to be February 24th at the Empty Bottle. It's free. It's going to be us, this dope artist Prophet, and Roy Kenzie.
Period. Mm-hmm. Hell yeah. And speaking of Roy, since like I literally noticed you I didn't get a chance to speak to you that day, but I definitely noticed you and definitely wanted to come over and talk to you. That's my own social thing where I'm like, oh, just like
I'm so
I
glad
observe
that we're
and
talking
I'm glad we're talking right now too, because I just knew I wanted to get to know you. But how do you know Roy? Like, do you know Roy, or was it just like circumstance that you were there to shoot that?
You know what? I would love to get to know Roy a little bit more personally.
That's the homie.
Like how you guys
That's the homie.
know Roy, but that event for Levi, I had actually had my eye and my ear to Roy's work for a while. I was referred to Roy's work through a mutual of his, Wallace.
Oh yeah, true.
Eric Wallace. So they referred me to Roy's work actually for a project of mine, and I had kind of had my eye on Roy for a minute, and I finally had a chance to come and check Roy out, do his thing live. Just an awesome spirit.
Yes.
Awesome spirit. And, I saw you and your boy there performing. I saw you there doing your thing too. So, it was a cool experience. And whenever I get those moments to come out to these events, I really try to capture those moments as best as I can, because we can't get them back. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Well said. Yes. I've always been so jealous of, like, in my head, I feel like I'm a videographer, like, because I do have a lot of videos in my phone. I'm not good at like editing or anything, but like I really believe in all of that, like, because I care about memories so much and a feeling. I'm always recording stuff because I want those little snippets of videos, because they'll like mean something at some point in time. Absolutely. Like I used to take videos of my best friend, and she's a model now, but like, and it might sound morbid, but I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna have like the best montage, like if is a time that you're not here anymore. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I'm going to have, like, the best moments of the pure parts of you. And I didn't know she was going to blow up the way she did, but, like, I really appreciate videographers for those moments, because capturing those moments, those smiles, that energy is a beautiful thing. And a lot of us, you take it for granted, so.
Absolutely. And I'm really big on that. I know sometimes people, they may see me out here and there every now and then, and they might think that in my mind, it's all fun and games in a sense. But honestly, my mentality is really just trying to archive the culture and archive, like I said, these moments we can't get back, and you just never know. They could be really historical moments when we look back at these things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I remember when they dropped that Wu-Tang doc. And I was like, damn, they got all the OG footy.
Oh yeah, when they were just recording everything all the time.
Yeah, and I'm just like, damn, like you can't go back and get that for real. Like I'm really watching the RZA cook this song up that I've been hearing since I was 3. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
And like I'm watching him do it. Like that's it. That's why I be telling y'all we gotta start just doing everything for real, walking with the camera for real, because that's the culture, like you said.
Absolutely, and especially
And
for us as Black people.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. If we don't tell it, who gonna tell it?
Exactly. We gotta do it. We have to tell.
And
our
they'll be
story.
mad when somebody messed it up. Like you gotta tell it.
Wow, that's so real. Holy
So
shit!
true.
Oh my god,
It's so
real.
true.
Yeah.
We definitely gotta be the ones to, change the narrative and share our story and take that back, because we all know that, if the other folks get a hold of
Yeah,
it,
you can see.
okay,
You see?
it could be whatever. For real, that's real. That's very real. Also, one thing I want to say, when I noticed you at the Levi's store, like you have a very specific style, and I fuck with it heavy.
Hell yeah, I do
Heavy,
too.
like real heavy. Like, how did you? I don't even know how to phrase it, because sometimes I just admire people who are against the grain, or like they stand out, because that's like a kind of confidence that I feel like I've experienced before, but I also struggle with, and I haven't been able to hang on to it. But how did you get to, like, I guess where you're at style wise? How did you hone in? Like, have you always dressed a little bit different, or?
you know what? I feel like anytime somebody sees me, my look switches drastically.
Period.
Like at any given moment, I feel like it's so moody sometimes. But no, I don't really necessarily like put a thought process into it. And honestly, like, I wish, and let's just put it out there in the universe, to just put me in a financial position to be able to afford to dress the way that I want to be able to dress.
I feel you.
You know, but
Yeah.
I honestly, like, I would dress a lot more out there, having the money to be able to do it. But no, it's just like the art that we create.
I
It's
feel
just
you.
like just playing around with stuff.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So that's really it for me. I just kind of toy with things, and I really like to also just toy around with things that just kind of like go beyond the binary. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So, or it'll just embody, what's masculine and what's feminine as well. You know what I'm saying?
Right in that, right in that. Yeah, I love that. I love that. Do you have any favorite brands? Like, if you did have the money, do you have any like anything that you love the most, like the way that they style things, or
You know what?
more like along your lines?
I'm not a label whore.
Okay,
I
fucks with it.
I'm not big on labels at all. And I'm not really that big into fashion. I'm more into style.
Yeah, I feel you.
I like
More
that.
into- I'm
Feel you.
really, really more into style. But one of the brands that I really have had my eyes on is it's a fashion label. I think they're Japanese, and they're called Window Season or something like that.
Okay.
Man.
They got that shit.
Window Season. I mean,
I'm about to check it
y'all
out.
need some color, if y'all need some flavor up in your stuff, like, put me on. I'm here.
Yeah.
But no, they're really pushing it with some of the stuff that they're creating as well. Of course, I love I can't pronounce his last name, but he's from California, and he's really doing his thing. His clothing line is gorgeous. Willie Chavera or something like that.
Okay. I'm gonna
He's
have
a
to look it
Latin
up.
designer from California. He's really doing his thing. He styled Kendrick in the Not Like Us video.
Oh,
I
for
believe.
real?
Okay, period. With the big pants.
Yeah, so
Facts.
he's been doing his thing. Of course, Rick. For
Yeah.
sure. Of course, Rick Owens.
Yeah.
Of course, Rick.
For sure. I feel that. I definitely feel that. Yeah, if I could, I would.
Absolutely.
How do you get like the confidence to just, I guess, put that shit on and just be outside and like, because when I saw you, I feel like you were wearing, if I could pull one thing, like you were wearing a pink, like furry jacket, right? Or were they pink furry boots? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the boots were booting. You put those boots. Ooh, yeah. It's just like, how do you? I don't know. Like, how do you gain the confidence? You know, like my best friend again. When we had her on the pod, we were talking about the same kind of thing. She and everything I experienced when I did work in Boys Town was putting looks on and going outside. And it wasn't quote unquote Halloween, you know, like people would make their jokes, but like we would be putting all kinds of stuff on and I was feeling amazing. I've lost that, but like trying to even gain that back, like how do you feel that internal confidence to be like, you know what, I'm going to put this on regardless of what people think?
You know what? Life is too short. Yeah. I only have this moment to really put it on in a sense and to really just live my life as authentically and as unapologetically as possible as I possibly can. So I don't necessarily think about what someone else is going to think about it because I got to feel good. I have to feel good in wearing it. You know what I'm saying? So I think that that's really where the confidence comes from. And also I feel like being somebody that's queer and in the queer community, that's a big thing. Fashion and style is huge within our community. So it's really just kind of a part of the life and the lifestyle as well. It's just a form of expression.
Absolutely, you know? For sure.
Hell yeah, yo. Yeah, because for me, it took a long time to get to that point that I just do not care what nobody say for real. Like, I honestly really do not care for real. Like, it took me a long time to wholeheartedly, I just kept telling myself that for a long time when I really did care. And then one day, I just didn't care no more. And because I used to be like a scene kid in high school. So like once I put them girl pants on, I knew it wasn't no turning back for
it. This is it, and this is a choice. Yeah.
When I put them girl pants on, I went to school with my head down and knew niggas was gonna fry my ass. That was the worst it could get. After that, what else is gonna happen?
Right. What else they gonna do?
Yeah, to be in 2005 with tight pants on at a black school. Yeah, sure. After that, what else gonna happen?
Absolutely.
Hell yeah. Who are you influenced by? Like artists, other artists that you influenced by their work?
Ooh.
Any honorable mentions?
I'm so particular. I am super particular. I feel like it's more than me being influenced, it's more of me being inspired.
Okay.
By what other people are doing. Jeez.
And it could be anything.
It could even be people we don't know either.
Yeah.
No, like I am really somebody like the shit really has to be like really far out there.
Cool.
For me. Like people really doing some shit that'll like have people gagging.
Yeah, for sure.
For real.
You fuck with that, what is it? Mishap? What's it called? Mischief? What's it called?
The
brand Mischief.
Yeah, with the shoes.
Yeah, the shoes.
Did you like the red boots or no? Were they a yes or a no? This is a safe space.
Like honestly, the red boots were a no for me. I thought it was like a cool collectible to have, like for sure. Astro Boy.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, exactly.
If I had them, I would wear them on some Astro Boy shit for real.
Those were like
I might have a little backpack or something on.
Yeah. Like I personally wouldn't wear the shoes. But yeah, I thought they were a really cool concept.
Sure.
But they're doing some dope stuff as well. That's pretty out there.
But like who when you was little, you was like, I want to be an artist for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Who was like, I want to do that, something like that for real when you was a little kid?
You guys, I am such a massive geek.
Yeah, this is a safe space. Go crazy.
I am such.
We're blurs over here, okay?
Yeah. I am such a massive geek. Oh man, I spent a lot of time because I'm really kind of introverted a lot as well. So I spent a lot of time really just kind of in my own world, like reading comic books.
Like which one?
Listening to classical music.
True.
Nice.
You know, because that just kind of was just my life.
For sure.
But
What kind of comic books? Which ones? Any ones that stick out?
you know what? I couldn't tell you anything in particular. What was really big for me is H.R. Giger's work.
Okay.
True.
H.R. Giger's work was really, really huge for me. My dad is a massive artist, so he was constantly putting me on to all of these just phenomenal artists that were just, you know, really creating just extraordinary things. And Giger was one of the first artists that my dad put me on to. And I just remember seeing his work. And of course, I feel like when you first see his work, because it's so dark.
What's up? I feel like I want to know who it is because I'm the resident artist on the pod, but I wish I knew what it was. But the name sounds so familiar.
It sounds so familiar to me.
What is the most popular work of theirs?
Alien. The movie Alien. That's
Period.
his work.
Exactly. Fuck. I can't believe it. All of my friends who think that I love Alien like that are like, Bailey, you don't know shit.
That is my
absolute. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I resonate with that a lot. I fucking.
Yes, so
I wish I would have
Alien
caught
is-
that. Yeah.
Alien is like my number one obsessive
That's awesome.
Yeah.
film. I could just be locked in my house watching that film over and over.
Did you
and
like
over.
the new one?
I saw Romulus and I saw it in 4DX for my first
Period.
time. The 4DX experience, phenomenal.
Worth it.
The Romulus, not so
I
much.
fucked
for me.
with it.
Fair enough. I didn't see it, so.
I fucked with it.
Not
I was
so
like,
much for me.
it was just like a decent little movie for real. I put it on. I was decent for real. I'm not mad at that.
I
real.
feel like the American film industry has a major issue with lots of sequels and
Oh my
remakes.
God.
Okay.
I've been
Period.
saying it.
Louder for the people.
Baby, how
Louder
long
for the
I-
people
how
in the
long I been
back.
saying that? I ain't seen an original idea. At this point, like it ain't even got to be good like that. But I just fuck with it just because I ain't never seen that in a movie before.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
so
saying?
We're really big on franchises and things here and to keep the story going and going and going. And I think, you know, sometimes it's good to just leave well enough alone.
Okay. I know that's right.
And for me, as far as the Alien and Giger and things like that, and Giger being a huge influential artist for me, inspiring artist for me, like Aliens 1 through 3 was enough for me. Like
Okay, period.
the third one with Fincher went hard.
I feel that.
No, I fuck with all of them for real. I fuck with
The first one is my favorite.
I fuck with Prometheus.
It's so creepy.
Prometheus was aight.
I fuck with the first one. It's so creepy and so freaking quiet. And
Yeah.
I really appreciate that because that adds to the eeriness of it all. Because space, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Oh,
like
yeah, I
I
put
feel like
that-
I heard the white noise.
I put that
like,
I put that up in like my top 10 horror movies. Gotta have Alien in there for real.
Yeah.
That shit's scary for real.
Yeah, so that's like I'm a huge what is it called, a cinephile, so movies are really really big for me, but that was a huge one. And I always like had this weird little crush on Sigourney as Ripley.
Period. I feel you. Yeah, very. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that.
Damn, it was something I seen the other day. I can't remember, but I was just like, I never seen somebody do that before. That was fire.
Have you seen Terrifier?
I
Nah.
have not. You
Nah,
know
I ain't
what?
seen it yet.
I've heard about it. I've heard that it's far out there.
I seen.
but I saw quite a few films last year, and I was able to see The Substance.
Okay, I
Substance, I haven't
haven't seen
seen
it yet.
I ain't
had
seen it yet
early
either.
access. I had early access to The Substance, and it was like after I saw The Substance last year, I was like, I don't need to see anything else.
I need
For
to see
real?
that shit immediately.
For real.
I was just like,
That shit is $20, and I really almost ordered
Yeah.
it like
I'm
a
waiting
few
for it to
weekends
just hit
ago.
Max.
Oh
One-
my god!
I already know it's gonna be one day I'm gonna wake up. That bitch gonna be on Max.
I feel like you would definitely want to own a copy of that
Oh
film.
my gosh!
Yeah.
I'm so. I remember a girl on the street told me that, like, because I feel like us as like a group, we're always when we're outside, we like asking people what they're watching and stuff because we're really like that too. And like I feel like this one girl was like, "Oh yeah, The Substance." Like, you guys literally have to see that. Like, that's the best movie I ever saw. And, like, then walked away. And I was like, that's almost all I needed because the way she looked. Like, wait, the substance.
Yeah, I don't want to ruin it for you guys,
Don't.
but I heard that the Terrifier, like, really pushes the boundaries too. Like the substance, and shout out to Coralie if she ever sees this.
Period.
You need to tune in, Coralie. But, yeah, so, you know, me being an 80s kid, you know, body horror is a huge deal. Especially because
Cronenberg.
especially because now we live in a time where everything's CGI, AI, technology based, and the fact that Coralie went in on the prosthetics. She went old school. She went Cronenberg.
Yes.
Shout out to Cronenberg, one of my favorite Pisces directors
Period.
besides Spike Lee.
Period.
I mean, she came out guns blazing, and the fact that she's a woman and she's a French filmmaker as well, she just really changed the game. And I have not seen a body horror that good since probably the late 90s.
Oh, my gosh. What movie? The Fly?
Oh, The Fly is classic, but I just, you know, if we were going to talk about just that genre of body horror and what she did with the substance, she did it right. You know, she did it with respect. So
I love that. That's awesome.
you got to get a copy of that for sure.
Oh my gosh, that makes me so excited to watch it. It sounds like you are on the exact same type of time, so I love that. That's awesome.
You know, we get back into music because you know, I realized I really fucked with you was after we had played, I got a do or die bar in one of those songs. And I put that shit in. I'm like, ain't nobody saying, everybody was talking about other shit I said. I ain't saying nobody.
But I know.
Ain't nobody here. I said,
Okay.
ride with a play with me, you. I said some shit like that. And you was like, I was like, yes, I fuck with that. You the first person that caught that shit. I was so happy because I love that line for real.
I know. Okay. Music is one thing I do not play about my music. I listen to everything, very eclectic, and Do or Die. I grew up on Do or Die, which people probably wouldn't assume, you know, with me being from California, but that was a big deal for us out on the West Coast. Like Midwest music, like we listened to all of that, like Bone Thugs, Do or Die, Twista.
Hell yeah.
Yo, all of that stuff. So
Twista got some classic albums.
I knew that reference. What else? Crucial Conflict.
Yeah.
That was a reference.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. Ride in the backseat of a caddy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Man, I'm telling you. So
Or damn, what's the song that I got that from? That was
it was Crucial.
yeah, it was
It was
Ride
Hey.
with a play of me, you. Damn, what did he say? Whatever. I can't remember. I was listening to that shit the day I wrote it. It came on my phone. I'm like, yeah, this my shit. I forgot about this shit.
Yeah, man. Like, and I'll still like, you know, if it hits me, like, yo, I need to listen to this. But yeah, all that Midwest shit grew up on, you know, listening to that. That was a big deal. Where I'm from.
Yo, yo.
That's awesome. So tell us about Frequency.
Oh, yes. So Frequency Noir just recently launched. So it's a music multimedia platform. Okay. It's strictly really focused and centered on Black and African LGBTQ plus musicians that are progressive, experimental, as well, that are kind of on the alt spectrum of music and the arts. So, you know, it's not a record label. I know a lot of people probably, you know, would think it is, but it's not a record label. It's not a collective. We're not a talent agency as well. So, what the platform is meant to do is we're here to invite these artists out to come and share their stories with us. So, you know, what we like to focus on is these artists' narratives and sharing these artists' stories with the world, so people could get to see what their experiences are like, you know, maybe get inspired by how they create as well, and just to get to know a lot of these artists a little bit more personally. So, you know, we recently had Blue Bone. Blue Bone was our first featured artist for episode 1 for Frequency Noir. So shout out to Blue Bone. He's doing his thing.
Yeah, who is that?
You guys, you know, definitely look up Blue Bone. They're a Black queer artist, musician doing their thing. So we just did a visualizer for their live performance, which was super cool. Currently just wrapped up episode 2 with Miss Toto. You know, I don't feel like Miss Toto really needs that big of an introduction. Most people here in Chicago know who Miss Toto is. But yeah, we just did episode 2 with Miss Toto. We spent a night out with Miss Toto.
Period.
It was like
A night on the town.
I don't know, maybe it was about 5 to 8 hours out with Miss Toto. So, you know, we tried to take that whole night out and, you know, put it in a 30 minutes of, you know, really getting to know Miss Toto and their experiences and, you know, just kind of what it's like with them going out to venues and DJing and stuff. So that was really, really exciting to do that, which that premieres on the 17th of January.
Okay, yeah, I'll put a peep, yo. That's
Make sure y'all
for
check
real.
out that. Yeah.
Yes, please check that out.
That shit's out fire.
Look us up, Frequency Noir, on YouTube, Patreon as well. Subscribe. Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm glad you're doing
great.
long form media for real. I like that shit. Like I like turning on shit like niggas is on TV and shit. Like I want to watch a show. I don't want to just watch a clip for real.
Yeah. So, we just, with Frequency Noir, we really just want to share you guys' experiences. And, you know, whether it just be something that's like documentary style, or if we do a visualizer, or if it's like a music video style, or if it's something that's even a little bit more cinematic, you know what I'm saying? Or hop on a live stream or something like that, you know, just we want to get these artists out to come out and share their stories.
Absolutely. Did you go to school for any of this? Like, your work is really amazing. Like, I really have to say that it's really amazing. And were you self-taught, or did you just try to like figure it out along the way?
You know what? It's a little mixture of both. I did initially grow up going to a performing arts school, actually a very well-known performing arts school with quite a few people that people would know that have came out of that school. I'm not going to name it though.
Sure, no, I feel you. Yeah, it's all good. If you know, you know.
I'm happy that, you know, I was given the opportunity to attend such a phenomenal performing arts school, but school was so scary for me, especially being queer, you know, and being trans and stuff like that. But in my later years, no, I did not do anything formal as far as with the arts or anything. So a lot of it has honestly been self-taught for me.
That's awesome.
You edit everything, don't you?
Oh yeah.
What's your program that can't nobody fuck with you on? Like can't nobody fuck with me on Photoshop. Like,
Man, it's always I mean, I think the basic is just kind of Adobe, you know? Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I'll be struggling on After Effects, boy. I'll be struggling, but on Photoshop, like you tell me what you want, I'll cook that shit up.
Yeah, just your basic Adobe software. Sometimes, you know, I'll dabble around with Blender and stuff. I'm not, you know, really up there with the Blender.
I wanna start fucking with that other Adobe. Like they always got like the 3D programs and shit that I don't be fucking with. Like I wanna start fucking with those, like the AR shit that they be doing. Yeah. Like I can't wait to see what niggas about to start doing with some of that shit. Some of that shit is ridiculous, yo. Yeah, that they be putting out.
Yeah, so I do my best to really try to play around with a lot of software that's going around now. I've been dabbling with AR, augmented reality stuff for a while. Like for Frequency Noir, we just put out some merch for Frequency Noir that's AR interactive as well.
Oh my gosh.
So,
that's cool.
you guys, if you download Artivive app, which is an AR interactive app, and you put it to any one of our logos, it's gonna be interactive.
Oh, that's what's up.
That's so cool. The future. Oh my god.
Yeah, I'll be trying to learn that shit. Yeah, like I want to start doing more 3D shit and incorporating it in my 2D work and shit. Like, I don't know nothing about. I know how to do 3D on like Illustrator, like Revolve and shit like that. But now they got so much other shit that they doing. Like the care they be making. They got the Adobe shit where when they be making the characters and like the people like off the Unreal. They got it's like Unreal Engine, but it's for Adobe. They got that shit now.
Man, yeah, it's some exciting things happening in technology, and like I'm very like tech heavy. I wish I could honestly be a lot more tech savvy. And that's another thing too. Like I really try to keep my eye on Black artists, even Black queer artists that are working with a lot of these softwares too, which it's really, really hard to find that.
I feel that.
It is so hard to find that. But I'm always trying to keep my eye on, that specific area of people working with that as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you funny as hell, 'cause like I know that feeling when I realized like I always been like a tech dude. I always been like tapped in. You know what I'm saying? I remember the day I realized I was like, I'm not tech savvy no more. Like I've been tech savvy all my life. And then some come like, how the fuck do I do that?
Yep.
And like my mama and them be calling me. I remember they used to call me, ask me, oh yeah, you just gotta go here, boo boo boo. Like they be calling me and shit. I was like, I don't know. I don't know how it happened.
It's true, man. It's like, I mean, I've been around it since the Oregon Trail days.
True. Oh my gosh.
You
have died of dysentery.
I just told my age there, but yeah, floppy disks and
hell yeah,
stuff like that.
CDRW.
I'm telling you. So, just to kind of see the evolution of it and where it's at now is like, it's crazy exciting. To just see, where it's at. But I love tech.
Oh yeah. Do you fuck with AI?
Oh yeah.
Like AI art, AI videos, and all of that.
Man.
Do you feel threatened by it? Do you think that it's like those people aren't artists, or because that's always like the hot topic, like, oh, if you just make AI art.
I mean, it's a
stuff,
tool.
like,
It's a tool for real. It's a tool that you.
Do you feel threatened in the line of work that you do with the progression of AI? I guess is a better question.
I think there's pros and cons to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know, like, the film industry is really moving towards the whole AI thing.
Yeah, and I don't like that shit.
Which I like it and I don't like it. Like, I've seen some of the stuff with Sonara, which is one of the really big programs that they're going to be using for a lot of the films and stuff like that. And I mean, it's like, it's so stunning. Like I would not be able to tell if it wasn't real or not. So I think that's really exciting and scary in a lot of ways. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's either. I think that a lot of it really has to force us to evolve with it as well, in a sense. And I really feel like it's how you're using it.
Yeah,
I feel
it's
that.
how it's the intention and how you're using that, because regardless, things progress, things evolve, and it's either you're gonna grow or you're not gonna, grow with it. But
I feel that.
Yeah, I feel like this shit dropping is like the equivalent of like when the internet dropped when we was kids and shit, and they were like, it's gonna change everything. Like it's like the same thing like that for real.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I hope they don't start doing that shit. If I saw like when they was like, ain't gonna be no more makeup artists no more.
Man.
Like that's crazy for real. Like I don't like that.
Man.
But it's
don't know.
yeah, but I mean it's just gonna be the niggas that learn how to use it. Like I'm trying to get my prompt game up. Yo, my prompt game is trash for real. Like I be thinking I know what I want until I gotta type what I want.
Yeah, like I said, it's just, it's really just how you use it. But I saw that's funny that we're talking about it because I saw a TikTok earlier of somebody just flipping out in San Francisco because they saw a self-driving car going past a AI billboard at the same time.
Glitch in the Matrix.
Yeah. They were losing their shit. They were like, what the fuck are we in right now?
Yeah,
Like,
a simulation.
This is so surreal, But
Yeah,
that's
for
where
sure.
we're at.
I feel that. So you got anything? Well, I guess. Let me figure out how to say this. Do you have anything specific that you'd like to do in 2025? Like now that you're doing the Frequency Noir, do you have anything else that you want to kind of like put out there that you want to do, like putting out there intentionally, like these are the things that I want to do as an artist in Chicago to spread my wings and show people what I'm about?
I'm really focused on really being more intentional about connecting with the community out here in Chicago. Because in the past almost 7 years that I've been here in Chicago, it's just been so much focus on work that I really have not had the opportunity that I like to really have a moment like how we're having right now. To really
The
converse
adulting
with
comes
community and connect with community and stuff like that. So I really want to be more intentional about that and also just creating with community as well, So I feel like with Frequency Noir, that's really going to be a big part of the focus of this year and really being able to, connect with others and their stories and, being able to share that with everybody out here. So I look forward to just meeting as many phenomenal people as I possibly can out here in Chicago in the community because I feel like it's people out here doing some stuff.
Hell yeah.
Guys,
Absolutely.
doing some stuff. Like, I don't know what is in the air here or in the water here in Chicago, but there are juggernauts that have came out of this city. And I have so much gratitude in the time that I've been here to be able to have witnessed a lot of these things happening here and to be able to have met some of the people that I've met, So I just kind of want to keep the ball rolling on that.
That's so awesome. Well said. Yeah. Thank you so much for coming and sitting with us.
Hell yeah.
This
Thank
has
you
definitely
so much.
been a pleasure. And again, this was a whole get to know you episode because this is our first time meeting Azra.
I'm so
I hope I'm saying it right.
I'm
But thank you so much for telling us and the people about what you got going on. Make sure that y'all check out Frequency Noir and see what they're cooking up and just getting tapped in. We really want to highlight Black artists, everyone, but Black artists, queer artists. We just want to have that moment to let them shine too.